this whole world, God, but give us you. Give us you, Jesus. Yeah, yeah. I will be your light. Through me you will shine. I will be your light. Through me you will shine. I will be your light. Through me you will shine. I will be your light. Through me you will shine. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, 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 yeah. I will light the world on fire. 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 Yeah, yeah. Oh. The world is waiting for it. People are praying for it. The world is waiting for it. People are praying for it. The world is waiting for it. People are praying for it. The world is waiting for it. People are praying for it. So come, let's spread the fire. 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 Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. So we are the generation singing for every nation. 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 We will light the world on fire. 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 Here we go, Real Harvest! Play guitars!
Shove your neighbor on the shoulder. Woo! Shove your neighbor on the shoulder. That's right.
Hey!
And say, get ready.
Get ready.
Because we're about to spread the fire. I said, we're about to spread the fire. I said, we're about to spread the fire. The cross is the hinge upon which the door of all human history swings. The cross is the centerpiece of a vibrant and actual and active Christianity. And without that cross, there is no Christianity.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Shout
sir.
for the cross. Shout for the blood. Now I have to say this because folks are looking at. What's your name?
Evans.
Evans.
Yes, sir.
Evans Karaoke.
Yes, sir.
Our Valor students are, most of them away on fall break, but Evans is here.
Yes, sir.
He is a Valor Christian College student.
Yes, sir.
He happens to be from Nairobi, Kenya.
Yes, sir.
Now, for those of you who ever turn on the news, you know that Nairobi, Kenya was the site just a few days ago where armed with automatic weapons, radical, shout radical. I need somebody to help a preacher. Say radical, Muslim extremists in the name of Allah walked into a mall and with automatic weapons in cold blood murdered. I took Austin to Easton yesterday and I sat there in that mall bustling with activity. And I thought, what would have happened if armed radical Muslim extremists walked into that mall in Columbus, Ohio, and in cold blood murdered 6 to 8 people? Murdered. Now, World Harvest Church has never been a place where we do anything quietly. Shout! Shout, set the world on fire! Somebody jump with a preacher. Somebody wave with a preacher. Somebody clap with a prophet. Show somebody and tell them you're not ready. You're not ready. First we said, we will be silent no more. Our times demand it. Our history compels it. Our future requires it. And God is watching. Then we said we refuse to be culturally correct. Then we said we're living in a nation that has turned godliness into wickedness, where we can't tell good from evil, where we celebrate bad guys and criticize good guys in a book called Living on Our Heads. And after I softened the ground a little bit, it took me 2 years to dig out things nobody's ever said, nobody's ever seen, to lift up the blood-stained banner of the cross of Jesus Christ to a crossless generation. We have never has the cross of Jesus Christ been more ridiculed through a twisted interpretation of the Supreme Court's understanding of the separation of church and state. Most physical, literal crosses have been removed from the public square, and yet at the same time the cross has never been more prominent. They dangle from the necks of godless, naked rock stars. They're branded upon the bodies of professional athletes. But if a cross should make an appearance at a town square or a high school play, it'll trigger 3 fainting spells and 5 ACL lawsuits. But I got news for you. We don't do anything quietly here. It's time and high time that a crossless generation be pointed back to the base of an old, rugged, ugly, battered, beaten cross. And here's what I know. God promised me a revival that would come out of Valor Christian College. A sound, a sound, a sound. This man didn't come from Reynoldsburg. He came from Nairobi, Kenya. And when he heard, step out here. When he heard, look there, he's got one on his lapel. When he heard that his daughter left behind in Nairobi was in that mall at the time of those shootings, he jumped on an airplane and headed to Kenya. On the way there, he had received an advance copy of this book, On the Cross, One Man, One Tree, One Friday. And on the airplane, he read it over and over and over. When he got there, he found out not only did they murder those people, but they murdered them with intent. Dr. Stone, I don't know if you've been made aware of this or not. This young man was there. He saw it. Before they pulled the trigger on those automatic weapons, they walked up to those people in that mall and they held up a portion of the Quran. And they said, you will worship Allah or you'll go to eternity now. And those 68 refused to bow their knee to a pagan god and were martyred, their blood running on the tiles of a public mall because they stood up for the cross. I wish you'd shout. I'm not done. Shove somebody and tell them it's about to get better. So this young man went and got 2 pieces of wood and nailed them together and walked out into the streets where, look, not downtown Pickerington, where folks might look at you a little odd, but they're not carrying automatic weapons to murder you. He walked out into the streets in front of that mall in Nairobi, Kenya, carrying a cross and this book. Would you like to know what happened? In 24 hours, he personally led 3,200 people to Jesus Christ in the streets of Nairobi, Kenya. Somebody needs to shout, come on, come on, come on, let's spread the fire.
So come, let's spread the fire. So come, let's spread the fire. So come, let's spread the fire. So come, let's spread the fire. So come, let's spread the fire. So come, let's spread the fire. So come, let's spread the fire. So come, let's spread the fire. So come, let's spread the fire. So come, let's spread the fire. So come, let's spread the fire.
To every neighborhood, to every family member, at every family reunion, at every family gathering, at every trick-or-treat site, let's spread the fire.
So come, let's spread the fire. So come, let's spread the fire. So come, let's spread the fire. So come, let's spread the fire. So come, let's spread the fire.
know Pentecostal denominations that have not won 3,200 people to Jesus in the last year. I want you to shout that